What's going on, guys? It's Expo Jesse. Today we're going to be going over the market outlook for the week of January 2nd, New Year's week. So, going to go ahead and just go right off with ES here. So, no surprise, we ended the week inside. We ended the day inside. We've got some economic events coming up. We have FOMC tomorrow. It's just the meeting minutes, but you never know how the market's going to react. So it's not as impactful as the statement or press conference, but still something to watch. We have JOLTS and PMI tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So no trades, or sorry, that's Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday at 10 a.m. So no trades until 10 a.m., 10:15, unless I can get into a trade before the news and try to get risk free. Thursday, we have non-farm employment change, and Friday, we have regular NFP. So, pretty big week, first week of the month always is NFP. So, going to go ahead and wait for that to happen, and we'll stick to our TA. So, close out of this. Technical levels on ES for the month of December. We tried to make new highs, got all the way up to 4180-ish. And then gave it all back. Ended up a failed 2. The monthly trigger to go short is at 37.90. I've been telling people that if this does trigger, I'm going to be entering into some shorts across the board. So, go ahead and mark this, set an alert, monthly 2-2. And wait for that to trigger. So you could even, I'll actually set this as well for a weekly 2-1-2. So kind of 2 triggers here on ES. And go from there. I think from a macro perspective, macro is not my strong suit. There are people who I go to for my, the macro stuff. And so macro is not my strong suit, but from what I've read and what I can grasp, we are looking at a bloody 2023. Unless we can get a soft landing. So we're really just going to still be waiting for FOMC like every other month for the last 2 quarters and go from there. So as far as this alert, I'll go weekly 2-1-2 or 2-1 question mark. So really I'm only looking to go short here. So nothing more to see inside day. So I guess you could have another trigger here inside day, but it's a 20-point swing, so just, I'll mark it just for discipline reasons to, always mark my triggers, but it's really going to be a trigger, then, the weekly's going to hit, and then trigger, and then the monthly's going to hit, and trigger, and then, go from there. So daily 2-1 question mark. And that's ES. I'm looking for a bloody January. Years past, or at least this past year, was super bloody, and before it was pretty bullish. Or actually, it looked like a failed 2 in January, and bloody-ish failed 2 in January of 2020 and 2019. Inside bullish, so really could do anything, but based on what I'm seeing here, definitely leaning bearish. NQ is going to be pretty much the same thing. Leaning bearish. Inside day on NQ, we did not get inside week. We made a little bit of a push down. So all is groovy. So we'll go into the watch list. This is just going to be off the scanner that I have, everything that triggered in the last week, and we'll go from there. Apple hasn't played out quite like I've envisioned. I thought we'd have a little bit of a retrace and then bounce down. We did go 2-1, failed 2 down. Price target was hit on, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I posted this before the price target was hit. And so we hit the price target. Let's see, we hit that on Tuesday, December 27th. And since then, gave a little bit of it back. Almost came, halfway to the next price target. And we'll see from there. Really, first price target was hit. Should be risk free is where that trades at. So Apple's still kind of looking bearish. Going to kind of follow the market. As we know, SPY has its top holdings are Apple and Microsoft, so going to just watch those two for any signs of weakness and short the market when it shows it. AMD, I'm in this trade still. Inside day on Friday. No surprise, almost everything was inside day Friday. It was a pretty bad day to trade. The stop loss on this puppy is it's kind of flexible. I have the January monthly contracts, so I don't want to bag hold them too long. I might end up rolling them out to February if it does start to retrace a little bit here. My real stop loss is not here at 65. It's actually on a you could go here at 67.89, but really the hard stop loss would be anywhere above this breakish structure. So like a hold right here at the lower high. So still some wiggle room. I mean, that is like 10-20%, but that's the invalidation zone for a short. Right now we're still making lower lows and lower highs. This is a lower high, a higher low. I always mess those up. So we're making lower lows and higher lows, and this is what I would deem a higher low. So until we make a higher high, that trade is still valid. I'll just end up rolling out if it doesn't go into profit, and we'll see from there. We'll go right to Meta because that's the only other swing I'm in still. Meta is kind of with the market, except it consolidated all of December. It was inside of this 10-point zone, 12-point zone all of December. So I'm looking to trigger. It was kind of like a prediction trade rather than seeing a signal. 212 down could have been the signal, almost triggered on the monthly, but now we have that monthly trigger set. So if we break that, we'll be valid to go all the way down to 88. And so that's another one that it's not going to go straight to 88, I don't think. So it might do some. Where's my little arrow thing? It might do something like this. Little. There we go. So I'll roll in I'll roll out contracts there as well. And yeah, those are the only two trades I'm actively in. I went ahead and did a little bit of prep work. Microsoft is one of those that I'm looking for the failed two up trigger to trigger a 2-2 reversal. There wasn't any sense in marking another alert here at, it's like 10 cents away from this inside bar is 20 cents away from the monthly low, but you will get a trigger on the weekly before you get on the monthly, and you will get one on the daily too. So I'll go ahead and mark that on the daily as a 2-1 question mark. My trigger there, and go 2-1 question mark, and I'll get an alert if that does trigger. Microsoft, like I said, same thing with Apple, just going to wait and see. Look for any signs of weakness and then kind of short everything when it shows it. Tesla found its support here at 108, the 108, 107 area. Nothing super attractive about Tesla to me. Probably not going to play it in terms of swings for the month of January. I'm going to need to see an inside. I'm predicting either an inside down or inside bar or a 2 down. Regardless, it's not really something on the monthly time frame that I have price targets for, because we're kind of just retracing right now from the huge bullish run of 2020. So kind of tough to have price targets unless I just go every wick. So your next price target would be like $91. Tesla's just not one of those attractive ones to me. Delta Airlines is one I was eyeing. Same thing, failed 2, but the weekly is a 2-2 and the daily is a 2 up. So going to need to see a little more price action before I can decide if that's something I'm interested in. Bidu triggered on the scanner. That is 212 up on the monthly. And I was really looking for a failed 2, so I set my trigger here for a 2-1-2-2 reversal. And obviously you'll get a reversal up here before, so we'll mark that. And wait to see if we can get a 2-2 reversal that goes into a 2-1-2 down reversal. So 2-2 reversal. And trigger. We went through Meta, Square, nothing attractive to me inside month. The reason it's not very attractive is because there's not a ton of price targets to the left. You could go down to $42. You could go down to $33. Obviously, if the whole market's going to go for a spin, I'll look at Square, but other than that, not super interested. This was at an all-time high of 270 in August of last year. Well, I guess 2 years ago. IWM, so the Russell 2000, same thing as SPY and NQ, except this one never made a higher high. So this was just a straight 2 down on the month, so nothing there. That one just triggered on the daily. All these scans that I'm getting are triggering on the daily, so 2-2 reversal going green is probably what triggered it, or the inside bar. Lucid triggered. Probably going to remove this from the scanner. I'm not going to trade a $6 stock. Lucid did break under its IPO, so going to the floor. It looks like eBay 212 down is what is the projection here. We'll get a 2-2 reversal before, and even up here a 2-1 reversal. This is going to be a pretty ballsy. If I do go short, I haven't even looked at the options chain on eBay, but this would be a pretty ballsy short for me because of this huge green candle. It's got a lot of imbalances. It could reject and go higher at any point, but we will do the 2-1 question mark on that guy. Zoom video. This one was a 3-2. Really not much downside that, price target wise other than 60s. You'll have the 2-1 reversal. And other than that, in terms of like a multi-week or month swing, it's not looking amazing, but to grab the price from 66 down to 60 or 64 even is pretty good. If I go all the way down here, it's 61. That'll yield some profit on the contracts. Google, same thing as SPY. Don't love this hammer, but the whole market kind of hammered last week. Going to be the same thing. Everything is kind of going to trigger on the same day, and got to be careful on. For me, I got to be careful to not go too heavy on the shorts and leave myself exposed too heavily. Home Depot, same thing. It's actually going to trigger on the week before the month, but the month is looking failed to. Roku here. Kind of same thing as Zoom. I don't love all the downside price targets. You're looking at like 25, but I haven't even looked at the options chain there either. It's just something that triggered. Qualcomm, same thing as Microsoft, SPY, and the rest of the market. This one triggered 212 down, and then a failed or a 2-2 reversal as well. Moderna is looking a little bit bullish right now. Looks like it found its base here at 117, and if this goes 2 up, might be interested in taking this up to this fair value gap. But it clearly broke structure. It's clearly in a bearish market structure shift, so I could take that higher, but probably just going to wait for a retrace up here to the 180, 190s and then short it. Then we get to oil. We got CVX here. Is a 212 up, and the monthly candle is looking like a hammer. Weekly candle stayed green on a 2 up, looking bullish there. X triggered, probably 212 down. Weekly's inside, but kind of just stuck in this order block consolidation zone. Not really interested. Almost done here. We've got ExxonMobil. Same thing as CVX, triggered to go long on the 212. We'll probably look to go long on oil as the market goes lower. As you can see, this whole year of 2020, well, I guess we've kind of just been showing up, but since the start of the year here in 2022, we've just gone straight up, almost up 50% or so. So ExxonMobil, CVX, Oxy, all those tickers are something I'm going to watch throughout the year, especially while we're finding our lows in the S&P 500. Last one is Walmart, triggered as an inside bar for the month. We went 212 down on Walmart on Friday, but obviously gave all of that back on Friday. So trigger is 140.85. So kind of zoom through all of these. All these are scans that I, like I said, had pop up on my scanner this week. So a lot of things because there were a lot of inside bars. But hope you guys liked the video. Like I said, looking to probably be a fundamental week this week, but I'll be doing the best technical analysis I can. See you guys.